Hello. I hope this video finds you in good health and spirits during the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Thomas Esparza Jr. I'm wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Austin, Texas. I want to thank Central Texas, Austin, and the world for allowing me to be your immigration lawyer for the last 43 plus years. Today I want to talk about deferred action for childhood arrivals, DACA You. 2020 was hell for all of us. There was COVID-19 and there was failed leadership. 4 years ago, Agent Orange announced that the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, DACA, was ending. Not because it was a bad program, but because he was afraid that we were going to be sued by the Attorney General of a certain state. And so that was his reason. Go figure, right? Finally, after 3 years of litigation, the Supreme Court of the United States spoke this summer. They said, stop. You can't do that. You've got to have a valid reason. You've got to take into consideration the 800,000 people who've been living on that for the last 8 years and what's going to happen to them. So this was in July of 2020 when the Supreme Court said, got to do it. I have never seen a federal agency like the Department of Homeland Security and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service in particular ignore a mandate of the Supreme Court. But finally, in December of this year, 2020, the United States District Court, where it got started, said, you've got to start doing it. You've got to start taking applications, and you've got to put a notice on their website. Go look, USCIS.gov. It's there. So 10 things that I'd like you to remember going forward for 2021. If you never had DACA, you can apply now for the first time. They are taking new applications. Your education in Mexico will help you with your GED. Your GED does not have to be in English. There are GED programs available in Spanish. Find one close to you and sign up. 2, if your DACA expired less than a year ago, you qualify for a full extension for the full 2 years. If your DACA expired more than a year ago, then you have to complete a new application, but you're still going to get the 2 years. Point number 4, if you've not finished school, it is not too late to take a GED course, but you've got to get into an accredited school offered through your community college, your school district, or a church organization. These GED programs have to be accredited by your state education agency. Point number 5, if you have DACA and a valid advanced travel permit, you may still use that document to travel, but remember, come back before it expires. It's not a permit to leave, it's a permit to come back, and it has to be valid. If you think you might have an issue coming back when they run your card through that, if you have some kind of criminal issue or some other immigration-related issue, speak to a lawyer first. I guarantee you want to know what's going to happen when they put you into secondary or when either at the airport or at the port of entry. You want to be ready, whether it's with documents or maybe not leaving at all. Point number 6, if you need an advanced parole travel document, you can get one, however, only for work, school, or humanitarian reasons. Those are the only ones acceptable. Years from now, some USCIS person might ask you about your trip just to see if you really went for why you said you were going to leave and come back. Point number 7, okay? Your DACA can be terminated at any time. Even with a valid DACA and a valid work permit, the DACA can terminate your work permit if they believe for some reason you're no longer eligible. It could be terminated by Customs and Border Protection at the port of entry. It could be terminated by Immigration and Customs Enforcement if you get arrested for a DWI or shoplifting or domestic violence. It can be terminated by USCIS after they've taken your fingerprints for whatever reason, as part of the DACA process. So be very careful now not to lose it when victory is in sight. Point number 8, talk to a lawyer, an immigration lawyer, as soon as possible. If you don't have an immigration lawyer, you can find one at www.aila.org. You may be eligible for another kind of status. That organization, AILA.org, is the oldest standing immigration lawyers association in the United States. Our association, of which I'm a member, report that 1 out of every 3 people who were screened by an AILA lawyer for DACA were eligible for something better, something more permanent. Doesn't hurt to find out. Point number 9, do not talk to a notary. They don't need to know your business. They're not trained to be lawyers. And in many states, notaries filling out immigration forms is the illegal practice of law. Protect yourself and your family. Go to a qualified immigration lawyer. You've waited this long. Don't blow it con un notario. They don't know. Finally, and this is most important, don't give up. Before you make any decisions about that could impact your future, speak to me or a qualified immigration lawyer. I stand with dreamers. My team stands with dreamers. We continue to fight for you. I've changed my way of doing business to be safe and effective and to be an advocate for you. I'm available by appointment by phone and by internet for a wide variety of immigration legal services. For some appointments, I have to charge more because they're more complicated, and we know right from the very beginning they're going to be more complicated. Congress could pass a bill to offer a permanent way for those people with DACA to stay in the United States forever. You don't want to blow it, and you don't want to put your future in some unqualified person's hands. Stay safe during COVID-19. Keep your distance, wear a mask, wear a shield, and wash your hands. There are still people who work for the government and work for different parts of the government, whether it's state or local or federal, who want to do bad things to you. Okay? It's almost like the genie's been let out of the bottle, and now they're going to have to put it back in. So you need to be careful. Bad people want to do bad things to good people still. It's sad, but it's true. If I can help, let me know. My dad used to say that a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. We never quit during COVID, and I don't want you to quit now. Don't let the bastards get you down. Give me a call, Thomas Esparza, Austin, Texas, 512-441-0062. Thank you.